Hello friends, on behalf of Global India Business Forum, this is Sumita Sirkar. Welcome to our series of interviews, The Trailblazers, wherein we interview business people, business leaders, professionals who have left an indelible mark in their respective sectors. In this episode, we talk about industrial automation and smart manufacturing that are at the heart of today's industrial transformation. With the rise of Industry 4, manufacturers are rapidly adopting automation, intelligent electrical systems, and data driven technologies to boost efficiency, safety, and real time decision making. This system is now critical for building competitive, resilient, and future ready industries, enabling smarter operations and sustainable growth in an increasingly digital manufacturing ecosystem. We have with us Mr. Anant Dixit, Director of Antara Technologies, who will shed more light in this sector. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, my question to you is what gaps did you see in the manufacturing sector of India's ecosystem, India's manufacturing ecosystem, that convinced you that digital transformation and smart technologies were no longer an option but essential?
Yeah, this is a perfect question what you asked me. Okay. So if you look at India's manufacturing sector and scenario, okay, so it's a predominantly it's a MSME driven. Okay, so
Right.
MSME caters to large
Right.
manufacturing segment. Okay, so there are basic gaps in this MSME sector is that it's a more person dependent. Okay, it's a human dependent. Okay. So industries which are more human dependent, okay, so they feel if they're not technologically in line with the technology, okay, so there may be chances, okay, that those industry may face a lot of issues, okay, due to attrition rates, okay,
Right.
or retiring of the experienced person and other things. Okay, correct. Is it? So today, if they want to compete in a global arena, okay, global manufacturing, because the Indian government is signing a lot of FTAs nowadays, okay, so market is getting open, global market is open. So if they want to compete in global area, they have to go with this latest technology. Okay. So digitalization is the first phase. Okay. So these industries has to take a step. Okay, where they have to reduce the dependency on the human on the and machines has to be make more smarter. Okay, more intelligent. Okay. So they can consistently deliver on quality and quantity. Okay, as per the global norms. So that is that is the gap nowadays. Right.
Okay. As India moves towards smart factories, under schemes like Make in India and Industry 4, how important are digital transformation considering the global scenario?
Yeah. As I said, considering the global scenario, okay, and if you want to compete globally, okay, you need to follow certain standards, global standards, okay. You need to adhere to those global standards, okay. So as government is pushing for Make in India, okay, so there are a lot of opportunities for Indian companies, okay, to collaborate with global partners, okay, and do more, do excel in manufacturing segment, okay, correct. So automation helps them to cater to those requirements, okay. So automation first helps them to automate, their machines, okay, make machines more smarter, intelligent, and help them taking decision which are based on the data, okay, which is real time data,
Yeah.
not on someone's assumptions and other things, okay, correct. And with the Industry 4.0, now what they can do is that basically they can avoid lot many pitfalls, okay, what typically Indian companies face, okay, like a breakdown, okay, due to unscheduled maintenance or machine failures and other things, okay. So Industry 4.0 can help them, okay. It can inform, okay, it can give advanced intimation to the user that what is going to happen with the machine, what is the after how much duration, okay, there are the chances of failure, okay. So all those scenarios is possible only with the implementation of Industry 4.0, okay. So Industry 4.0 will definitely is essential nowadays, okay. If any company want to go into export market, even for the domestic also, okay, because customers are getting more conscious about the quality, okay, affordability has increased, okay, so people are looking for quality product, okay, as well as which is complying with all the environmental standards and safety standards, okay, all the global standards, okay. So Industry 4.0 is now imperative.
Now, the global industries are shifting towards automation, digital transformation, and smart technologies. How prepared are Indian industries to match to the global standards?
Yeah, basically, if you look into our industry landscape in India. Okay, so majority is MSMEs. Okay, and again micro
Yeah.
and other things. So they always face a dilemma whether to invest more into technology or to focus on
Yeah.
production and other things. So that dilemma is always there. Okay, and typical mindset of Indian manufacturers are there that they think that we are very cost competitive due to cheap labor. Okay, but now that scenario is going to change. Okay, if you look into global perspective, so customers are not looking only for the cheap product, they're also looking for a good quality product. Okay, and the product management. So since these MSMEs, okay, they're very reluctant to invest into technology. Okay, in technology front and other thing. Okay, so they're facing challenges. Okay, when they want to compete with the Chinese companies or European companies, other thing. Correct. So they need to invest more into technology. Okay, so they should not consider this as expenses, but this is rather investment. Okay, so that will keep them fighting into this competitive market. Okay, so they should invest more into technology. Okay, they should adopt more automation, industry 4.0. Okay, what are the latest like artificial intelligence and other thing. Today they don't have option, I would like to say. Okay, they don't have option rather to invest into this. Okay, if they do not invest today, okay, so future they may not be there in the market itself. Okay, so that is scenario. So since a lot of opportunities are getting open. Okay, and this technology is also getting evolved. Okay, so the cost of this technology is also coming down. Okay, so there should be more adoption of this technology. Okay, for Indian MSMEs.
Sir, automation in the manufacturing industry and smart electrical systems have become globally, they have become the mantra.
Yes.
Like we have a lot of competition over there. Where do you see India in the next 10 years where this automation and safety procedures are concerned, where digitalization and using all of technology for manufacturing is concerned, since India is also competing with the global market?
Yes. See, India, there is a lot of potential in India. Okay, because if you see the adoption rate is very low in India. Okay, so even for the Indian companies who are into this business, okay, or even global players, who are basically technology players and other things. Okay, so there is huge potential in India. Okay, to go with this technology. Automation and smart electricals are now essential for any manufacturing company. Okay. One is for the compliance purposes. Okay. Second is the environment purposes. Third is the safety aspect also. Okay. So a lot of buyers are looking into all these three. How sustainable your operations are there. Okay. How you are environmental friendly. Okay. Then how you are taking care of safety related aspect, whether it is the machine safety or human safety in your organization. So they watch all these metrics. Okay. Correct. So Indian manufacturers they have to get into this segment. Now today they cannot say we're just manufacturing at very low cost. Okay, so they have to comply to all these standards. Okay, so this is definitely going to be very essential for automation and smart electrical and things.
So thank you so much for this clear understanding of this sector. I am sure our viewers must have learnt a lot about the most trending sector at the moment. That was Mr. Anant Dixit, Director of Antara Technologies. Stay tuned for more such interviews in our series called the Trailblazers. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for this.